Cleveland preparing for a Big Blue invasion. I'm Amber Philpott with live coverage of the Cats as they march to 9.
Gorgeous weather across the area for now. 24 hours from now, not so much. We'll explain a big change ahead.
A bus carrying young children crashes on a southern Kentucky road. How it happened and how the children are doing.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. WKYT News starts now with breaking news.
Police are looking for 2 inmates who escaped this afternoon when a jailer slowed down his car in Lee County on the way to jail. Kentucky State Police say the jailer was transporting Dallas Trent and John Trent back to the Three Forks Regional Detention Center from a court appearance in Wolfe County when a vehicle slowed down in front of him. When the jailer slowed down, state police say the 2 inmates jumped from the moving vehicle. The 2 inmates, who are cousins, have been charged with robbery after they were accused of robbing a Shell station in Campton. We'll have the latest from the scene coming up on WKYT News at 5. From the 40s yesterday to the 70s today, our roller coaster ride continues in this wild weather week. Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey has a first look at the forecast. And Chris, it's a nice day today.
Yeah, very nice. This is one of the nicer days we've had so far for the entire year. Unfortunately, Jennifer, I would like to say this is a harbinger of things to come. That is simply not the case. Let us enjoy what we have, though, in the precious present. Right now, Lexington looks like spring out there, doesn't it? Everything beginning to green up. Got a partly to mostly sunny sky and 72 degrees. Humidity 46%. Winds are coming at us. They're very gusty from the southwest. That is a milder breeze, and that is a breeze knocking everybody well into the 70s. Warmest spot, Jackson, southeastern Kentucky at 77 as of right now. We're pushing better than 30 degrees above the same point yesterday for parts of the area. When you get a big warm-up, often you have to watch for showers and thunderstorms. Nothing on Kentucky's most powerful live Doppler radar for now, though some thunderstorms beginning to blow up for areas to our west. That is where we have our area of low pressure that's going to work its way quickly across the region over the next couple of days. And Jennifer, for your Thursday focus of the forecast is on a major temperature drop that is on the way. We'll show you just how quickly things drop on the hour-by-hour forecast here in about 15 minutes.
Thanks, Chris. The undefeated Cats are in Cleveland, getting ready to take on West Virginia tomorrow night in the Sweet 16. Kentucky just wrapped up an open practice at Quicken Loans Arena. Our Amber Philpott and Rob Bromley join us live from Cleveland with all the excitement. It's our top story at 4.
And good afternoon to you from Cleveland. We are right outside Quicken Loans Arena. The Cuyahoga River is just over that way, and we are actually enjoying a decent day.
That's right.
Compared to what it's going to be potentially the rest of this week and this weekend. If you're headed this way, bring the winter coat. But who cares about the weather? We've got basketball to be played. Coach Cal, the team looking very relaxed today.
Well, I thought both teams did, Amber. We were able to get a look at both teams as they came in for their open practices, and of course the pressure's not on West Virginia. It is on Kentucky, but the Cats have handled that well all season long. They flew into Cleveland last night, and it's right here that they look to extend their winning streak and with 2 wins move on to the Final Four. Now, it was about 50 minutes ago that they took to the court here at Quicken Loans Arena. Every team had 50 minutes to work out. And prior to that, John Calipari talked about the Sweet 16 matchup with West Virginia. He said his team has faced everything so far.
When you go through a basketball season, you must be in overtime games, close games. You must be pressed. You must have teams play Princeton offense against you. You must have teams play zone the whole game. You have to face everything. So when you get in this tournament, which is what we're all playing for, this tournament, anything thrown at you, you've seen. So there's no confusion. Now, either you take the game or they take the game.
And once again, it's a late game, just like last week. About 9:45, Kentucky hooking up with West Virginia in the Midwest Regional semifinals. We will preview it. A half-hour special tomorrow at 6:30 immediately following the news. So we look forward to it, Amber, tomorrow night.
I hope these late ones don't continue. I hope this might be the last one, right, Rob? Thank you. Well, as many folks know today, the ticket was free to get in. It is only practice, but for the Big Blue Nation and folks that live in this part of Ohio, they say it was a must to be here today. These UK fans got here early. Their goal to see their 36-0 Cats take the floor for practice. To get a good seat means you have to arrive hours in advance and endure the other teams on the court, all in anticipation of seeing the blue and white hit the court. An exciting time for those who don't always get to see their Cats in person.
Got to be here to support them as they're on their way to undefeated season. So get here, get an early seat, good seat early. So
he took the day off work, just came down here and went over to the corner alley because that's where, we're going to be all day tomorrow.
Well, as this March to 9 continues, it is not cheap for all of these fans. Tickets come very pricey. So for the folks that get to be here today, it is extra special just to see their Cats in person and see this 36-0 team. And there are a lot of Big Blue fans in there. They always get in somehow, some way they come.
Well, they do, and they'll be there tomorrow night. Should be another good Kentucky crowd, not like last week in Louisville, but it'll be a good crowd.
Well, that is the story from here in Cleveland. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Amber and Rob at the WKYT Road to the Final Four desk in Cleveland. Thanks. Well, Lexington is getting ready in case fans take to the streets to celebrate tomorrow night. Firefighters have been going door to door in areas that had problems during UK's NCAA tournament run last year. They're hanging pamphlets with safety reminders on doors in the areas near State Street and Woodland Avenue. The fire department is giving people on State Street until tomorrow to remove all furniture outside their homes. If they don't, the city will remove the furniture. Firefighters talk about the preparations on WKYT News at 5. A scary ride to school for some southern Kentucky children. The 4- and 5-year-olds were on their way to a Head Start school in Knox County when the bus they were riding in was forced off the road. It happened about 10 this morning on Johnson Hollow Road. WKYT's Phil Pendleton spent the day tracking the story and has the latest from Corbin Hospital, where several children were taken.
The Knox County deputy said that it appeared that none of the children had any physical injuries, but they were brought here to Baptist Regional Hospital for observation anyway. The bus from the Knox County Community Action Agency was headed to the Gray Minton Center in Gray, just outside Corbin, when it ran off the road. Police say the bus had just turned around in a driveway and there wasn't enough room on the road for both it and an approaching car. The car did not yield to the bus. The police say the driver of the bus had to run off the road. The bus then went down into a ditch. Police say the children, mostly 4- and 5-year-olds, were pretty shaken up.
3 little boys and a little girl, and at a very young age. It scared all 4 of them. They was once they got outside of the bus, they had to get them out through the emergency door on the back. They got them up on the roadway. Ambulance was called, nevertheless, for check them out, make sure they didn't have no bumps or bruises.
Now, police tell me they don't know if the driver of that car will face any charges. They simply want to find that driver and talk to him about what happened this morning. Much more at 5 o'clock, but for now, in Corbin, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
A spokesperson at Baptist Health in Corbin told us the children were checked out in the emergency room and are all expected to be okay. Our reporters are working on a number of other stories for WKYT starting at 4:30. Sam Dick is in the newsroom with a look at some of the news in progress. Good afternoon, Sam.
Good afternoon, Jennifer. Whitley County schools are remembering a young boy killed in a tragic accident. Each school held a moment of silence for young Jonathan Chatham. The 10-year-old died Monday when he was hit and killed by his school bus. Grief counselors rode his bus this morning to help students who witnessed the deadly crash. They're also at the high school today. We'll have more coming up on WKYT News at 4:30. Governor Beshear signing a bill today designed to fight the heroin problem in Kentucky. The law includes a provision keeping people from being punished for reporting overdoses, tougher penalties for dealers, help for those who want treatment, and for babies born addicted to heroin. The measure also includes a needle exchange program to stop the spread of blood-borne diseases.
Senate Bill 192 has given us a group of very effective tools to use in that battle. And we can make progress in that battle because of the comprehensive legislation that was passed last night.
Each community will decide how their needle exchange program will work. That's a look at some of the news in progress. Jennifer, back to you.
Thank you, Sam. There's a huge merger in the food industry between two of the most well-known American food brands. Details in WKYT Money Watch. And Gmail users may soon be able to pay their bills through their email account. That's ahead on WKYT News at 4.